I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with Aaron Rosa. We are back reviewing movies, just like the good old days, and we might have movie of the year. Holy shit.
You better buckle the fuck up, because I am going to mark the fuck out over this movie.
I am going to mark
Holy
the fuck out over this
shit.
movie. This was incredible. I can't wait to talk about this. I mean, I know it's early. We're only in March. I was not expecting a contender for movie of the year this early, especially, this one, but oh my God. This might be it right here.
If Gosling doesn't win Best Actor for this, I'm going to fucking lose it. If this movie doesn't win Best Picture, I'm going to fucking lose it.
I know.
It's better than Sinners. Better than Sinners.
Better than Sinners. You heard it right here.
Holy shit.
From Aaron Rosa.
Can't wait to talk about it.
It's crazy because Sinners came out like in March last year as well.
Same thing, early in the year.
Yeah.
So that's my only concern is with the early release in the year.
Right.
Maybe people forget about it, and
we'll see.
You know how the fucking Academy is. There'll be some stuffy, independent, weird movie spoken in French, and that'll win the fucking Best Picture.
They do love Ryan Gosling, though, so
They do.
we'll see.
They do.
But yeah, very excited to talk about this movie. And we also have to discuss Spider-Man Brand New Day. The trailer came out last week.
My God.
And very excited. So a lot to talk about. We've got some other stuff, but yeah, very excited.
Rock hard today.
Rock hard. Yes. So I saw Project Hail Mary Saturday night. And then on Sunday, I text Aaron. I'm like, have you seen it yet? And he was like, well, I'm seeing it in a couple hours. And I was like, oh, let me know where you're seeing it. I'll meet you there. Sends me the info. I get there and, it's like, okay, I've already seen it. I've seen the trailers. So I arrive like 10 minutes into the trailers and I go to the front counter and the guy's like, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, I just want to see Project Hail Mary, the 3:55 showing. And he's like, oh, ooh, yeah, ooh, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. I can't let you in after it started.
Never in my life have I heard of this.
Never.
Like they're turning business away. Like,
Yeah.
Sorry. Like if I'm willing to go in late and miss some of the movie, sell me the fucking ticket.
Of course.
Like I'm not going to go in there like a clown going... Like I can quietly walk in and find a seat without disrupting anybody.
I thought he was joking, because people do that. You always,
Right.
like if you go, there's always some fucking guy that thinks he's funny. And I was like, oh, really? Like what? And he was like, yeah, sorry, we can't do that. And I didn't make a scene because I don't do that. But like in my head, I'm having this make believe argument with the guy where I'm like, so no one goes to the bathroom during these movies? And also they're a full service theater. It's one of those where the fucking waiter comes to your seat. Like that's more disturbing than me walking in and finding a seat during the trailers.
I was trying to watch the Spider-Man trailer and a fucking server walked up to me and was like, hey, you want some food or drinks? I'm trying to watch Spider-Man, you motherfucker.
Yeah. I understand it to a point because I saw it at AMC and it was a packed house and a lot of fucking teenagers came in talking during the trailers. And it's like, okay, it's trailers, but like, I still want to watch the fucking trailers. Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up, and they were loud. And a few people yelled like, shut up before I did. But so it's like, I get that. But also like, dude, you could see me. I'm not a fucking teenager. If you were just like, sure, but just like be quiet when you go in and be like, yeah, of course, no problem.
Yeah. What you got to do is just the Ricky Gervais thing. Like, I'm sure you've seen the thing where he's with the kid and he's trying to order something off the kid's menu. And they're like, no, you can't order that. And they're like, okay, well, then the kid will have two of them. And then they bring the two and then he just grabs it off the kid's plate. You just buy another ticket and walk in.
Well, but I know that the place that it was before checks your tickets. They're like, oh, can we see your ticket to confirm your seat? So I was like, well, they do that.
And I recognize some of the same staff, too. Like, Alamo Drafthouse shut down, and this new place that it is now, like 2 or 3 weeks later, is already reopened.
So they had to have kept the same
They kept
staff.
a lot of staff, I think.
I never saw Skeletor before. That's the guy that wouldn't let me in. I never saw him before, but...
Yeah, I recognize it. And
you did?
I know exactly who you're talking about, too. Yeah.
And I was excited to try the new menu. I was even like looking on my phone on the menu. I was like, oh, maybe I'll try the chicken Caesar wrap when I get there.
Like you could have sold a ticket. You could have sold food to me. And
You're a movie theater.
And instead you went 2 minutes late.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go
it's
home.
like, maybe I could understand this 10 plus years ago, but your movie theaters are struggling now. There's a reason why this changed. This was Alamo Draft House, and now
You're dying,
You're
sir.
dying.
You need my $5.
I'm like, look at you, man. You're a Skeletor. You can't even feed yourself.
Oh, boy.
Pretty wild, but whatever. Let's get to all the shit we need to talk about. First, we have to plug, of course, patreon.com/HollywoodHogwash. Go sign up, be a subscriber. You get the main show ad-free and before everyone else. We've also got over 100 bonus podcasts. That includes brackets and reviews of various shows, including Invincible Season 4, which we are currently in the middle of. Couldn't be happier.
Amazing show. Still.
Yeah. You want to see us talk about shit we actually like? Go to Patreon and check out our review of Invincible because it's awesome. Really love the show, and we're getting into that. Daredevil's coming back soon, and then we've got The Boys coming back, and then in May is Spider Noir with Nicolas Cage. Oh, I'm Spider-Man! Oh! So a lot of exciting stuff.
Yeah, for people that have been asking for us to review shit that we like, that's the next 2 months for us.
Yeah, it sure feels like that. So go sign up, patreon.com/HollywoodHogwash. All right, let's get into Project Hail Mary.
Let's do it.
I can now officially say I am a Ryan Gosling fan.
Same.
I never was before.
I mean,
I never liked him.
I have liked him in other things before.
Yeah.
I do like him, but this, man.
His performance won me over in this film. He always played like the perfect douchebag. We're just like, hey, I'm a douchebag and I'm handsome and all the women want to fuck me, and it's like, well, okay, that's too real to my life. Like, I don't want to just get. No, I'm just kidding. But like, he always was just kind of a douche in his movies. Like, that's the character he plays, you know. And I was just never interested. He was always like too perfect. And this one, he is. Even though he's brilliant, he's a brilliant scientist, he's still a very flawed human being. And he was funny. I mean, that's the thing about this movie. This movie has everything. Like, this is Jerry Bruckheimer's, like, fucking wet dream of a perfect movie in a way, where it's like, it has everything. It's for men, it's for women, it's for kids. It has everything you want. Comedy, romance, you know, fucking heartbreak, like everything you could ask for. Action.
Yeah, this movie was a big ask for him because the entire movie hinges on him being charming, funny, intensely likable, because most of the movie is just fucking him.
Yeah.
It's mostly him, and he pulls it off. This whole movie is just him doing a fucking masterclass. It's incredible.
Yeah. And I'm not going to break down the plot or anything. I'm sure, you know, everyone's seen the trailer. He has to save the world by doing interstellar travel. They find out that, well, I guess I am doing the plot. They find out these alien life forms are eating the sun, which means the Earth is going to freeze over. Everyone's going to die soon. So that's basically the plot. But I just wrote notes of like things I really liked about the film. A lot of it being the comedy aspect, because it was funny right from the start. In one of the first scenes, like, you know, he's a teacher. He's teaching a class of, I don't know, 4th graders or something. And they're like, are we all going to die? And he's like, no, look, guys, the best minds in the world are on it. And then cut to him alone in space, just miserable. Yes. And that's another thing where what's really cool about this film is constantly going back and forth between past and present. That was a great way to tell the story. And when I was watching this, I was like, I bet the novel did the same thing. And sure enough, the novel is the same way.
Nice.
Like, you know, they just constantly go back and forth.
What really, really helped this movie, I think, was the memory loss thing. And he's kind of going through this whole thing with like childlike wonder. Like, he's just learning shit for the first time, and everything he sees, it's almost like comical.
Yeah.
How he's trying to figure this shit out, and he's kind of dumb in a way, even though he's also brilliant.
Yeah.
That really, really made him more likable.
Yeah, like when they first say like the engine is shutting down, and and they do a countdown, and it's like he's like, what happens at 0? Like, it's fucking awesome. He's supposed to be up there with 2 other astronauts, but 2 of them died during the trip. I guess just their life support failed on them.
Yeah, it's unclear. They don't really explain that.
But the Asian astronaut, did you recognize him?
I did.
Yeah.
I was trying to place. Was he in Dark Knight?
No, he was not.
No.
He was. That's very racist.
I'm
I'm just kidding.
I was trying to place him and I couldn't.
He's in Rush Hour. He was the asshole, like, wipe yourself off, you're bleeding. And then Chris Tucker shoots him. He's like, wipe yourself off, man. You dead.
Shit, I haven't seen Rush Hour in like 20 years.
That's where I recognize him. I mean, he's been in other stuff. He was also in The Sopranos. He's like in 6 episodes, I want to say, in The Sopranos.
Goddamn,
It's
Sopranos
pretty
is like 6 degrees
cool.
of Kevin Bacon.
It really is.
Oh, boy.
Everyone's in that fucking show. Man. It's crazy. I loved when the alien ship first arrives and he tries to like fly away and it just follows him.
Right.
And then finally they do the wide shot of him just scooting a little forward and it just goes right next to him. And then the alien ship sends a package and it's just like coming at him slowly and it's like, it could be a bomb. Shields on! There are no shields. Why not? As if he's like Tony Stark or something.
That, and they threw it fast the first time and it bumped off. It's like,
Yeah.
what? Why are they throwing it slower the second time? Oh, they think I'm dumb.
And just that whole scene of him, like you really feel it where it's like he's trying to get up the bravery to go outside the ship.
Yes.
And you're just like, oh God, no, don't do it. Don't do it, man. And then finally he dives for it and you don't see him, but then you see his shadow like hold it up like he just caught like a fly ball like to win the fucking game.
Yeah.
That was great. And then we finally meet the alien, Rocky, who is the cutest alien with no face ever. Even Ryan Gosling says faces are overrated.
Can I tell you, like, I spent half this movie thinking, if I didn't know different, I could have sworn Rocky was voiced by Zach Galifianakis. It sounded just like him.
That's funny. He was voiced by the guy that actually was the puppeteer for him. Because, this was an animatronic, like Rocky was animatronic.
Yeah, it was a practical
They
effect.
used CGI in this film, but like a lot of it was just like the animatronics and puppets and everything. And in an interview, Ryan Gosling was like, yeah, we were like, I was rehearsing with the guy, I forgot the guy's name, but the guy that, that acted as Rocky, like,
James Ortiz, I think.
James Ortiz. And he was like, yeah, we were just practicing. And it was like, it wasn't planned that James Ortiz was going to be the voice, but it just worked out that way because him and Ryan Gosling just had a great chemistry. He was like, well, he's Rocky now.
Right.
He understands Rocky and he knows how Rocky would respond. So, yeah. Really cool. We also got to see Rocky's point of view, how he sees the world. That was really cool and interesting. Because at first, he can't see shit. Like when they first see each other and it sort of screams at him and Gosling screams back at him and he's like, no, it's okay. I only went bah because you went bah. But then Grace records Rocky to learn how to communicate with him. And that was really cool. Like just, creating his own language.
Every second of the odd couple shit between them, once they start really communicating better, it's gold. Every second is gold. It's so good.
It's like you can just make a TV series out of the two of them interacting. Like, hey, Rocky, I have a girl coming over, all right? Can you be cool? And Rocky's, constantly like bugging him when he's trying to fuck a girl. Like,
man, who would have thought Gosling and an alien made of rocks would have been like the best buddy matchup ever.
Hey, we made a 2.5 hour movie about a guy talking to a rock. Doesn't sound good, but turns out it's fucking awesome. And just like Rocky, sort of learning English, right? But getting it wrong, like, oh, fist bump. And he's like, fist my bump. He's like, no, that doesn't sound good, but okay. And then they have a scene where they're picking voices. And he's like, oh, Meryl Streep. And, they're going through like a bunch of voices. And then they play one silly one. They look at each other and they both shake their head no. It's fucking awesome. And then he tries to he explains sleep to Rocky because Rocky's, his species, I guess they don't sleep the way humans sleep. So he's like, I'm going to sleep. He's like, what's that? And then he just like puts his head down, and then Rocky's like, die? Are you die? It's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. And then Rocky visits his ship, and then Rocky just over and over like, dirty, like, because the ship is a mess. And it's also cool how, like, they can't share the same atmosphere. So Rocky's just in like this ball. So like he's just rolling around his fucking spaceship the whole time.
Like a little hamster in a ball running around, just knocking shit over. Yeah.
And then finally, like, Gosling records a personal video to send back to Earth one day. And he's like, so I have a roommate. And it's like, I have no privacy. And he's like, who are you talking to? It's like, I'm making a video for what? And he's like, oh my God, he can hear everything. And he's like, can you hear this? And he's like, yes, I can hear that. It's like, oh my God. But it was also cool, like, because one part of Gosling's ship, or Grace in the film, like, he has this dome where it could play, it's like a movie screen, but it's surrounding him, so he could actually feel like he's on Earth when he's not.
Yeah, it's
like I'm on the beach,
Yeah, like a VR type thing.
Yeah. And then so he shows Rocky the Rocky movies. They watch Rocky together, which is great. They try to sing karaoke together. It's like just them bonding is so amazing. And then he asks Rocky, like, do you have, a mate back on your planet? He says yes. Right then and there, I swear to God, I whispered to my wife, because when he first is like, what's your name? And he's like, all right, well, your name's Rocky. And then he's like, when you have a mate, like, they don't do this moment till later in the movie, but I went, Adrian. I mean, of course, we all knew it was going to be Adrian. Of
course.
We all know about his fascination with Rocky. But then he explains, he's like, oh, yeah, I had a mate, but she's with Mark now. Rocky hate Mark. It's so great. So, yeah, then Rocky sacrifices himself to save Grace. This is after they go into the one planet to get the shit they need, the bacteria, to kill the fuck is it called?
The astrophage.
Astrophage? Yeah. That's right. But then they have, the fucking ship gets into some problems, and Rocky has to get out of his little fucking ball to save him, and they make it seem like he dies, but he ends up hibernating back into his ball and coming back to life. But Gosling waking up to Rocky, like, kind of poking at him, and then when he finally wakes up, realizes he's alive, he just gives him this hug over the ball, but it's just really heart-wrenching moments.
Oh, dude, I am a dead inside asshole. I teared up multiple times during this movie.
Absolutely.
So good.
Yeah. When he hugs him and Rocky's like, what is this? It's a hug. He's like, how do you know when it's over? He's like, oh, you just feel it. He's like, are you feeling it now? It's like, nope, not yet. And then when we keep doing the flashbacks, we find out that they forced Grace to go, which you could kind of feel halfway in the movie that was the case. Because they're like, oh, these astronauts are going, these scientists, and then once those scientists blow up, you're like, well, there's no one else, and he's kind of a pussy right now. But that makes for the best type of movies, where it's like, their big arc.
Yes.
Kind of like Tom Cruise in Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Where he's a pussy and he becomes a badass.
Oh, great point. Yes.
But then Rocky, this is before, Grace tells Rocky everything, but Rocky tells him, you're the bravest human I know. It's a joke. You're the only human I know. It's a joke. He's like, yeah, I get that. It was also cool when Grace visits Rocky's ship. And even though, like, we can't really tell what it, even is or looks like, it still was pretty cool. It kind of looked like Interstellar when fucking McConaughey's pushing the books in the 3D thing.
It absolutely did.
It looked just like that.
Yeah, that was a really nice payoff after the whole movie. It's like, all right, we're finally going to show you the ship now. You've been waiting long enough.
Right. And then he also teaches Rocky thumbs up, but Rocky can only do thumbs down, so that just becomes their thing now, thumbs down. And now like people online are like, I just saw Project Hail Mary. Here's my simple review. And it's just like, someone doing a gif of thumbs down. And people that don't get it are like, oh, you didn't like the movie? What the fuck?
Go see the movie.
Go see it. So then Grace he finds out that, Rocky's ship he's going to die because these fucking things managed to break through. They fucked up his ship, but he was able to fix it. And he was like, oh, Rocky doesn't even know. His whole ship is made of this shit, so he's going to die. So Grace has this moment where I could either go back to Earth or I could save Rocky and I'll die. And that's where Grace completes his arc, where he finally becomes brave, non-selfish. He decides to go save Rocky. And even when they're leaving, they're like, all right, well, this is it. We fixed everything. We're going to leave. You're like, no, don't leave. No, we don't want you guys to leave.
Yeah.
We want you guys to stay friends,
Yeah, when he's walking away, like they're doing all the, goodbye stuff. And then the last wave, I was like,
yeah.
it really got me.
Yeah. So he goes back to... Also, before he saves Rocky, he has to send all the data back. And it's 4 Beatles, all named after the Beatles. And then they play the Beatles song. That was a really cool moment.
Yeah, just the two of us. Perfect.
So he goes back for Rocky, saves him. And then next thing we know, Ryan Gosling wakes up. And it's... When did you know? Because halfway through the movie, I was like, well, if he can't go home... Could he live on Rocky's planet? We don't really know what his planet is, but could he live there? So like the thought was in my head, like towards the middle of the movie.
When he woke up, I thought, oh, they found another planet to go to. That Rocky's ship was so fucked up, since the whole ship is made of that shit, that there was no salvaging it.
Right.
So they just found a planet that they could jointly go to. But then I was like, no, they wouldn't have done that, because then they wouldn't have been able to save Rocky's planet.
Right. So yeah, as soon as he woke up and they made it look like Earth, I was like, he's on the planet. He's on his planet, And it's so fucking cool. He goes outside and first he's just on a beach and you're like, wait, he can breathe on his planet? And then you find out they made a fucking biodome for him. And he also has like an oxygen tank that I guess he just has to take extra oxygen every once in a while.
I guess so.
But
then they also have the perfect ending to this thing, because some people might, like me, when I watch movies like this, my happy ending is they get to go home.
Yeah.
But for some people, the happy ending is he stays with his friend.
Yeah.
They leave it open.
Right.
Where he's got the option to go home if he wants to. His ship's getting fixed.
Yeah.
So he could stay with his friend or he could go home.
Right.
You get to choose the ending.
Yeah.
Open-ended. Perfect.
Yeah, because Rocky tells him like, oh, your ship's ready to go home if you want. And then, Grace is like, can I think about it? And Rocky's like, yes, please think about it for a long time. And it was also cool because they're not using he's not using the translator anymore. So he's literally learned their language.
That's right.
He's learned their language.
That's right.
I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then finally he fucking stops. And then he's just looking somewhere. We don't see where he's looking. And we find out he's teaching a class. And my first immediate moment is, oh, what is he, like teaching remotely? And then I was like, oh my God, he's teaching other rock aliens. And the fucking movie makes you wait as you have this like realization. And you're just like, oh my God, show it to me. Show it to me. And then finally they just show like 20 rock alien kids like all jumping up. He's like, who could tell me about, the speed of light? And they're like, all jumping on top of each other going crazy. Oh my God, that was an amazing moment.
Amazing.
It was like the end of The Dark Knight Rises where Alfred sees Bruce before we see Bruce.
Yes.
And then when they finally show Bruce, we're like, oh my God. Like, holy shit. This is a movie that just keeps getting better and better.
It did.
Like the first half hour, I'm like, this is really good. And then like halfway through, I'm like, this is really good. Can it become like excellent? And then sure enough, yes, it can.
I was worried somewhere closer to the end, they were going to Ford versus Ferrari it somehow and fuck it up with a bleak ending. But no, they stuck the landing.
Right. What's your, choose your own ending of what he decides to do? Because it's interesting, right? Unless he could fuck one of these rocks.
I mean,
But he also seemed to be like okay that he's, you know,
he
single.
wanted he wanted to go home, but he also doesn't really have anybody to go home to.
Yeah.
But he does still want to go. Like, he never wants to have a cheeseburger again. Like, I think the happy ending is
Well, yeah, what does
gets
he
to
eat,
go,
right?
Right.
They have to make food for him somehow. In the book, I think they make him like synthetic food.
I think my happy ending would be he goes home, but he still has a way to communicate with Rocky.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, could he end up? They have the whole. I didn't even mention the German woman who's in charge of this whole thing,
Right,
Who they
yeah.
have like we'd totally be in a relationship right now if I didn't have to go save the world thing, you know. And it was cool when he sends all the stuff back, and we see that she's aged quite a bit because it's been many years, and she's just like, you know, looking at him with fond memories, watching his videos and everything. So that is cool. But
Yeah, I think I would have needed to see, like, for my happy ending, him coming home and seeing her again, like
Yeah.
after he saved the world and accomplished everything.
So I looked up, like I read the Wikipedia of the book because obviously you can't include everything in a novel. It's longer. In the book, he's on Rocky's planet for 16 years.
Oh shit!
Like he's just straight up living there. And it even says like he's also contemplating going back home, but it's like 16 years have passed. It's crazy.
Because he doesn't look like he's aged when
No.
when you see him teaching the kids at the end.
Well, yeah, I don't think 16 years has passed in the movie, you know? Like
But they did show the German woman aged,
Yeah.
but not him. So that's
Right.
that's what kind of had me wondering, like, how much time has passed?
yeah. Well, it could be one of those things, right, where time is moving faster on Earth than wherever the fuck he is. Like in Interstellar, where McConaughey's still 40 and his fucking daughter is 100 years old or whatever.
Right.
So it could be that too. But yeah, what a fucking movie. What's your rating for it?
I save this for the very best of movies. It's a 10.
I think so too.
This is a 10 for me.
It's a 10 for me.
This movie, I'm trying not to mark out too hard and sound too ridiculous, but this is the kind of movie that makes you fall in love with movies.
Yeah, it does.
This movie made me feel like a kid again, man.
Yeah.
Like just watching the movie and just being in awe and just being in wonder of this story. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, it was amazing.
Like whatever your top 10 movies are, whoever you are, whether, you know, E.T., Jurassic Park, Shawshank, whatever's in your top 10 list, this movie belongs in your all-time top 10 list.
Yeah.
It has a place there.
Definitely could. Yeah, shout out to Eric Hamilton because he read this book. And when they first announced this movie coming out, he was like, I'm so excited because I love the book. And then he saw it Wednesday. He saw it like a very early screening.
Ooh.
And he was like, it's awesome. He was like, it was really good. And then after I saw it, I just texted Eric and I just went, I just put OMG, like, oh my God. And he replied with question marks. And I went, Project Hail Mary. And he was like, yes. And I was like, yes. And then, you know, the meme of Scorsese, you know, like the absolute cinema with his hands up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on one second. This is Rocky as Scorsese doing absolute cinema. I'll try to remember to put that on the video, but yeah, no, it's a 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
My favorite film since Sinners. I mean, you say it's better than Sinners. I gave Sinners a 10 as well, so these are both 10s for me.
Sure.
And like I said, also, like, I was going to see it a second day in a row. Like, I saw it Saturday. I was planning on seeing it again Sunday. That's very rare for me. And like, I've seen movies multiple times in theaters, but for me to be like, I need to see this again right away. And, you know, I didn't see it in IMAX and it was filmed in IMAX. So like, I kind of want to go see it in IMAX now, but
Yeah, I was kind of, this whole podcast, I was kind of struggling to put all of this into words because I just walked out of the theater like an hour and a half ago.
Right.
This is still like fresh for me. And
Yeah.
I'm feeling a lot of things from this movie, man. It was, this is one of those movies that you only see a handful of these in your lifetime where you remember like, man, I remember the first time I saw that movie.
Yep.
This is one of those.
Yeah, and I could have seen it in IMAX the first time, but I was like, IMAX tickets are very expensive.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to like it yet. And if I hate this movie, I'm going to be pissed that I fucking bought the IMAX tickets, you know? And then after I was like, fuck, I should have done the IMAX showing. But
I immediately went home and tried to sales pitch my son on this thing.
Yeah.
About what
Oh
it's
my
about.
God.
Because I want to show.
Yeah,
I want to show him this.
oh my God, kids would love this. This is a movie for everyone. And like
Yeah.
I've said before, I'm not even a big fan of kids movie, but to me, this isn't even a kids movie. It's just an everybody movie.
Yeah. This is an ET for another generation is what it really is.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, tens across the boards. Let us know what you guys thought. But man, I can't wait to watch this again. I can't wait to watch this with subtitles, because if there was any problem I had was I didn't understand what people were saying, like at certain points, because either the music was too loud or the action was too loud.
Sure.
But that's me now. Like, I'm at the point where we've talked about this. We're like, now at home, we always have subtitles on because you don't want to miss anything.
I used to hate subtitles, and now almost everything I watch is subtitles.
No, that's the thing. Like, I need to watch this again with the subtitles.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do that.
Agree.
But yeah, very successful opening. 140 million globally opening weekend. 80 mil of that was domestic. So that's huge. Like, the fact that it made 80 million domestically on a $200 million budget, that's a pretty big deal. And I imagine this will probably have the same. I'm guessing this is the same thing that Sinners had last year, where people are going to be like, you have to see this, and it's going to have a long theatrical run.
Oh yeah, this movie is not going to have a 60% drop off next week.
Yeah.
No, this movie was the second biggest opening for a non-franchise movie ever, behind Oppenheimer.
What? Show me this again?
The second biggest opening weekend for a non-franchise movie, behind Oppenheimer.
Wow.
With that 80 million domestic.
That's crazy.
Absolutely crazy. The 33 mil in the domestic opening day was the biggest domestic opening day ever for a non-franchise movie.
Wow.
Absolutely crazy.
Again, this and Sinners proves Hollywood that it's not us. It's not us that's the problem. If you make something good, people will see it. This has no IP. Nothing. No one, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know one person that read the book, but overall, like, I mean, if you actually make good movies, people will go. It doesn't have to be Spider-Man.
Yeah. And I mean, I get that it's adapted from a novel, but a novel isn't really that much different from a screenplay. I mean, someone wrote a story and then you made a movie out of it. So to me, this still counts as an original movie.
The novel's not even old. The novel was written in 2021.
Yeah.
This is a post-COVID
Oh my
novel.
God, a post-COVID novel.
It's insane. We talked about how Rocky was animatronic. And by the way, like, I know kids are going to want a Rocky toy. I want a Rocky toy.
I want a Rocky
toy. I want a Rocky animatronic toy. Like, I was never interested in those, AI dog robots that you could have. Dude, I was at the mall before the movie and someone was walking like, those like 4-foot robots like through the mall. And I was like, if you make that Rocky, I will buy it.
Yeah.
I want that.
So here's my question. Was this movie too funny for it to win Best Picture?
No.
There wasn't too much comedy?
No, I don't think so.
For it to not be seriously considered? Because almost every Best Picture is a very serious movie in some way or another.
I don't think so.
Was it too silly for Gosling to win Best Actor?
No. No way. Didn't he win for Barbie? Or he was nominated? He was nominated for Barbie.
Nominated. Not won.
But still nominated for that shit?
I mean, F1 was nominated for Best Picture. I mean,
yeah,
you can
but
nominate
we know
anything.
why it's not. We know why that was nominated.
Right.
It's all ratings, especially because the Oscars are desperate for ratings. Did you see it's by far the lowest rated Oscars ever? Like, I think besides maybe the COVID one, because everyone was home. But like besides that, it was 17 million. And like 10 years ago, it was like in the 40 something million. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's been cratering. It's sad.
I mean, Marissa Tomei won an Oscar for My Cousin Vinny in the 90s. I think so. I think it can. Look, it's what else is coming? Look, I know I'm sure something will surprise us, right? But it's like, yeah, it's not like it's going to be Spider-Man going up for Best Picture, obviously, or Avengers Doomsday.
It's going to go up against independent
Dune.
movies we've never seen.
Yeah, they love Dune, and so Dune will probably be in consideration.
Sure.
Because Dune 3 comes out this year, but not until the end. Also, no green screens were used. No green screens, all practical sets, which is very unique, when you compare it to Marvel and any other space movie, pretty much.
That's wild. Like I knew that Rocky was practical, but for them to go that length on practical that's impressive.
I was also very fascinated by this. So the guy that wrote the book is Andy Weir. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Andy Weir wrote the book 2021, and then Drew Goddard wrote the screenplay. He adapted the book into a screenplay. Well, back in 2011, Andy Weir wrote the Martian novel.
Yeah.
And then Drew Goddard wrote the screenplay.
Yeah.
So same guy that wrote the novel and then the same guy that wrote the screenplay for both.
When I first started talking about this movie in news and rumors months and months back, I was like, hold on. I get that this is a Gosling movie, and we're maybe not giant Gosling fans, but this is written by the dude that wrote The Martian, and that was really fucking good.
And this guy is writing the Matrix sequel and directing it.
That's right.
So
that's right.
And I think he also did World War Z. So nothing yet, like, certainly he did a good job, but he copied from the novel, right? Whereas the Matrix he's going to have to come up with his own ideas. Right. So that is different.
Sure.
But still, the fact that, he did such a good job. Adapting a novel is harder than it sounds because you do have to shorten it tremendously.
Yeah.
And if it's a really great novel, you don't want to leave anything out. So I get it. It still takes quite a skill, though. But, man, awesome. They are going to be begging this fucking guy, Andy Weir, to write some spin-off books, They're going to try to ruin it like they ruined Mandalorian and Grogu.
Right.
Hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah.
Because don't do that.
Let's not ruin Rocky, please.
After this movie ended, I turned to my wife and I said, this is what Disney wishes they had with Mandalorian and Grogu. Mm-hmm. They wish they could do this.
That's right.
But they can't.
Well, for two seasons, let's not forget, The Mandalorian was amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah. But I care more about Rocky and Grace more than I care about Mandalorian and Grogu. Like
Same.
more of a connection,
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah, Mandalorian was good for 2 seasons, and then they ruined it with the third one.
Yeah.
But holy shit, guys, go see this if you haven't.
Please.
It's awesome.
Multiple times if you can.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to the news and rumors, a.k.a. the Hollywood Hogwash. Well, we got the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. We're going to break this thing down in full detail. We're going to be talking about this for a while. It's funny because someone leaked this trailer like in December, and it was so blurry. It's weird because the trailer came out on the internet, and it was so blurry. Someone was filming another screen. But if you have an iPhone, like, you could film another screen and it'll look fine. So I don't know. This guy must have had some like undetectable device, like that they didn't know it was a camera and he's like it had to have been a secret camera that he had somewhere, like a hat camera from the 70s or something.
Oh, like the glasses cameras or something? Yeah.
Because like it's so blurry. I was like, I didn't even watch it because I was like, I don't want to watch the Spider-Man trailer with this shit quality. Like it was awful. So, but it turns out that was the trailer. Because this is the same trailer that we saw here, just in way better quality, obviously. But
very interesting.
We see that Peter's been keeping tabs on MJ and Ned via TikTok. This movie takes place 4 years, I think they said, after No Way Home. And, of course, MJ's got a boyfriend. But she's still wearing the necklace that Peter gave her in Far From Home. So that was 2 movies ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like, how do you explain that whole, like, is she just like, oh, how'd I get this necklace? I don't know.
Yeah, where did she think that came from? That's weird.
Yeah. It, like, people have talked of it. It's like when No Way Home came out, So does Tony Stark forget that he was in Peter's bedroom and stuff, like,
Right.
Or did he just figure, I'm just in some kid's bedroom for no reason?
Right.
But whatever, it's magic. So what are you going to do? And then he writes a letter to MJ, but he's most likely reading it to himself in the trailer, like
Right.
practicing it, And then we see that Spider-Man got the key to the city. But you know who's not in that shot? It's not Mayor Kingpin handing him that key. So some people are like, is this a spoiler for season 2 of Daredevil where Kingpin's no longer the mayor? Or was he like, I don't give a fuck,
Interesting, because we had been hearing that Kingpin was not going to be in this due to contractual stuff.
I'm still hoping that's bullshit.
That the Kingpin character was not
Yeah.
properly licensed for movies, only for shows.
Well, here's the thing. This trailer, we're going to get to in a minute. They show a lot of villains, and none of them are main villains. They're not.
I'm just going to explain this. Charlie Cox has said Daredevil isn't in this movie.
Uh-huh.
But Spider-Man is fighting the
hand,
hand
yeah.
in the trailer.
Right.
Daredevil's not there when the hand is fighting Spider-Man.
He's got to be in it, of
Has to
course.
be.
Why would the Punisher be in it and not Daredevil?
And also, let's talk about the obvious elephant in the room. There's that one shot of the hand flying through the air and Spider-Man flying at them, and there's a gap under him where it looks like there's another person.
There's Hulk and there's Daredevil. I mean, come on. How is that?
And there's Punisher wearing the War Machine armor. Yes.
Oh, my God. No, they did the same thing with No Way Home. There was a
Right.
wide shot, and we were like, well, the other two Spider-Men are going to be there, right? And sure enough, they were. So,
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's right. I think Daredevil's got to be in it. And again, we'll talk about all the villains, but none of the villains they showed are main villains.
Not so far. Which
it could be King. I think Kingpin could be in it because, again, Kingpin employs a lot of these bad guys.
So I had a question for you. One of the things we saw in the trailer, we saw one shot of what looked like maybe some kind of villain jumping bodies from person to person.
Right.
Some people have suggested maybe Mr. Negative
Yes.
is in this thing.
Right.
We've heard conflicting things. He is, he isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
I would be perfectly fine with Mr. Negative being the villain.
If he's the main villain of this, because they did have the shot of somebody's got a mask and we don't know who it is.
Yeah.
See him from behind.
Well, that's supposed to be Sadie Sink.
Oh, really?
Because they've had set photos of her wearing that shit.
Oh, I didn't
So that's
see
Sadie
that.
Sink, whoever she is. Again, the rumor is that she's some character I've never even heard of, but
Yeah.
she's apparently some, multiverse type character.
A lot of people are convinced about the Jean Grey thing, but I kind of get the vibe she's going to be somebody else.
Yeah, it's weird. And then also the shot of Spider-Man like splatting on that bus, and then that girl is there with the white and black hair, and they're like, "Oh, that's Rogue." And it was like, first of all, there's no way that's Rogue. Like, if you saw that girl, she's not Rogue. And Rogue is not a Jets fan. She's wearing a Jets shirt in that shot.
Yeah.
If you freeze it, she's wearing a Jet. It says Jets on her fucking sleeve. I'm like, I don't think that's Rogue, guys.
No, if we're going to get Rogue, they're going to save her for later.
Yeah. But yeah, so we see the Punisher hit Spider-Man with his van. Hold on. Let's go back to the Mr. Negative thing. You asked me if I would be fine with that. Yes. I didn't really know who Mr. Negative was because that was after my time. But he was he was one of the main villains of the Spider-Man game that came out in 2018, the PlayStation one. And he's awesome. And he's in the second one as well. So I would have no problem. Like, I thought Mr. Negative is a great villain.
Great.
So that would be perfectly fine with me. So we do see the Punisher hit Spider-Man with his van as they both go after the same villain. Spider-Man webs his gun, but Punisher shoots him with it anyway, which I imagine that was probably a non-lethal gun he had, you know?
I'm kind of picking up a vibe that this is going to be like a big brother, little brother dynamic with the two of them, and that's going to be a shit ton of fun.
Yeah. So Spider-Man crashes through the windshield to knock him out of the van, and Punisher was in the middle of saying motherfuck, but Spider-Man webs his mouth shut because just a cute little, it's PG-13, Punisher, you can't say that here.
That's how you keep them R, but don't have it be R.
Right.
It's cute.
Then we have Peter waking up in his own spider cocoon as he has now evolved into having organic web shooters like Tobey Maguire. It's so funny how people like criticized Sam Raimi years ago. Like, what? He doesn't have web shooters that he makes? And now they're like, well, that's complicated and it's difficult. We just need him to always have the option of having the web shooters. So he's got the organic web shooters. And I'm not the biggest fan of the man spider story. Do you know the story?
I don't know much about this. No,
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about the arc and what you thought.
I'm not the biggest fan of this story. So we'll see where there's a lot going on in this movie. It seems like there's like 5 plots. So like there's a lot. So that's a little concerning.
There's a few Spider-Man stories where it went kind of a lot and off the rails where I just kind of wasn't interested. Man Spider was one of them.
Yeah.
The doppelgangers thing was another one.
Right.
Just some tough to follow stories for me.
Well, in the 90s cartoon, Punisher hunts him as Man Spider.
Interesting.
So it makes sense that Punisher's here because look, I'm not spoiling anything. This is all comics from 30 years ago and cartoons, but I mean, he turns into a man spider. He turns into a giant spider.
Yeah.
And Punisher in the cartoon is the one that saves him. So I don't know what, I'm sure he'll be involved here. Bruce Banner is in this, we'll see where it goes. But I can't imagine that they're teasing it and he doesn't turn into Man Spider.
Yeah. I feel like there's going to be more than one hero in this movie, but the main two is going to be Spider-Man and Punisher. I'm hoping.
Right. But we do see Peter going to Empire State University where Bruce Banner is teaching. And he's asking, like, we see Bruce telling him about, mutated DNA, which how does Peter even begin to explain to him, like anything about that without seeming suspicious?
Right.
Because again, they've all forgotten who he is. And Bruce even says, like, what's your name again?
It's like, hey, I need to ask you questions about being superhuman, but I'm not superhuman.
Yeah. We also have Trummel Tillman from Severance, who's briefly in the trailer, but we don't know who he's playing yet. The rumor was that he's playing Norman Osborn, but he did not seem like a Norman Osborn in the trailer. Like, he seemed very nice. Now, that could be a reveal later where he's acting like a nice guy and he's not, but he just didn't seem like Norman Osborn.
Have you heard any of the theories about Ned turning into Hobgoblin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because that's what happens with Ned, right, in the comics. In this movie, though, with already so much is going on,
Yeah.
can he pull it off? Can this actor pull it off?
No, I hate that actor.
He's horrible. He's in like
so annoying.
He's in nothing else. In fact, the worst part of that Jason Momoa and Batista movie is him. He's so fucking annoying.
I really don't
I'm
like
so
that
done
actor.
with him.
Yeah.
He looks even weirder now that he's lost weight. He looks like he's 60 years old. It's just, it's weird.
He's like, he thinks he's Chris Farley, but no, buddy. You're not.
I liked him in Homecoming, the first one. I did.
I don't
He
think
was
I
good.
ever liked him.
No?
No.
I liked him in Homecoming. I thought he was funny, the guy in the chair thing. But then after that, Far From Home, no Way Home, not at all, So yeah, I don't know. I think we're done with Ned. So maybe they could turn him heel and kill him. Maybe.
Did you see this trailer? Was the biggest trailer launch of all time.
Yes.
With 718 million views. Deadpool and Wolverine was second behind that with 365.
Yeah. And then it even beat GTA 6.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right.
So again, we see Spider-Man fighting a bunch of villains, which I'm sure some of these will be for a montage scene because like some of them are like D-list villains like Boomerang and Tarantula, And also they've recreated like some of the slow-mo shots from the trailer are straight up comic book covers.
Yeah. I
Like
saw
there's him saving the guy, which is the Amazing Fantasy cover.
The iconic one, yeah.
Spider-Man's first appearance. But he's fighting Boomerang, Tarantula. Those are also comic book covers. But those are like nothing villains. I'm sure there's just, here's what Peter's been doing the last 4 years,
Yeah.
We also have Nacho as Scorpion.
That's right.
Which that's fucking awesome.
I can't wait to see this.
Amazing that they paid that off like 9 years later.
Yeah.
Because Homecoming came out in 2017.
I'm sure he's not going to be a major villain in this movie. Maybe they'll have a little, 3-minute fight, and that might be it, but I can't wait to see it.
How awesome would it be if one of the surprises I'm going to hit the button.
Uh-oh.
One of the surprises is Michael Keaton returning as Vulture. Okay.
You fucking mark!
Okay, fine. I know that he's in the Morbius verse right now, but can we just pretend that didn't happen, please?
I mean, Nacho's here.
Nacho's here.
Why can't he be here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nacho didn't get transferred, but I think everyone did go back once Peter was like, "Yeah, fuck it, everyone forgets me," you know. So I imagine Michael Keaton's back. He would be back in jail, but he could break out.
Yeah.
But because that fucking the mid-credit scene of Nacho talking to Keaton and so I hope that would be really cool.
Great payoff.
We talked about Sadie Sink, the mind control villain, which, could be Mr. Negative, the Hand. And then he wasn't in the trailer, but Tombstone is going to be in this.
Interesting.
And they cast an actor who has that same, albino skin type.
Right.
So, yeah, he's playing Tombstone.
So we're probably going to see a lot of montage villains, like you said, in this movie.
But again, none of them are main. I guess it could be Mr. Negative if they cast, maybe Steven Yeun could play Mr. Negative. That would be fucking awesome.
Please give me that. No, I think you're right, though. They'll give us a montage, and that's where we'll see Tarantula and Tombstone and those guys.
Yeah.
Because how do you do all those guys plus the main villain?
Again, if it's Kingpin,
Plus
that would make
Nacho.
sense. Kingpin can hire all of these guys.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see. We still don't really know. And then the final scene in the trailer is Peter giving MJ flowers and saying, I'm just a neighbor. And MJ's like, friendly neighbor. And he's like, which I talked about this before, how I don't like in movies where they undo that they're a couple, so then they have to fall in love all over again.
Right.
But I did laugh at that scene.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that. That was a funny little thing. And Zendaya's such a great actress. So they both pulled that off really great. It's crazy because they're married in real life.
Yes.
And here they are, having to fall in love all over again. Which again, it's why undo okay, I get it. You undo everything. Will they fall in love again by the end of this movie?
I mean, do we want them to, or have we told that story and, just let him, because now you've got to undo the whole magic thing.
Yeah.
The whole multiverse
But Marvel
thing.
loves undoing everything they do.
They sure fucking do.
I mean, for Peter's sake, yes, I want him to be happy and be with MJ. So I would say yes. Or do they pivot and do the same thing they did before, where he goes from MJ to Gwen Stacy, which is not the correct order of things, but
Sure.
it is what it'd be so much cooler if they introduce a black cat, but it doesn't seem. I mean, that would be an extra thing they do in this movie, and there's already so much.
I think that would be better, seeing them leave the MJ thing behind and let him finally have Black Cat.
That would be great.
Long-term Black Cat.
Dude, in the video game,
Good for him.
in the video game, we found out that he fucked Black Cat, and she had a kid like she had a kid 9 months after they broke up, and he was worried it was his, and then you find out it's not his kid, but it was. And he has to explain it to MJ. He's like, "Hey, so when we were broken up, I dated Black Cat for a little while." She's like, "Oh well, we better find out if you're the father." I was like, "Wow, I can't believe this is in a Spider-Man video game."
Wow, she's being so cool about it.
She really was. Yeah. So very excited. July 31st,
Yes.
it comes out.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
If Marvel swings and misses on this,
Oh my God.
can we have any hope for Doomsday or anything beyond going forward?
Okay, so before this movie comes out, we have Daredevil. And then we have the Punisher special.
Yeah.
The Punisher hour movie, whatever it is.
And this somehow has to come out before the movie.
Yeah,
And-
it has to.
And I was hearing early-ish, first half 2026 for when it was going to come out, but I haven't heard anything about when it's dropping.
I would imagine it drops right after Daredevil finishes, right? Maybe a month later. They're like, hey, while Daredevil's still hot and everyone's talking about Daredevil, hey, in a few weeks, the Punisher thing is coming out.
Maybe they'll drop
Would
it
have to.
late May, June, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. You would think.
Yeah, so very excited.
Yes.
But speaking of Spider-Man stuff, producers Phil Lord and Chris Miller told Variety that Beyond the Spider-Verse is still on schedule to release next year. So fingers crossed. This fucking guy right here still has to see a across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, the first one was amazing, and everyone shit their pants over the second one. It's been on my list forever.
It's crazy.
I've just been waiting for a day to see it.
Well, I'd watch it anytime. I fucking have it, so it's awesome. We should watch it sometime.
We should watch it.
And then Drew Goddard, who we've just been talking about, he wrote the screenplay for Project Hail Mary, The Martian, World War Z. He says his Spider-Man movie about the Sinister Six got canceled because of the Sony hack in 2014. He told Variety, my office was right on the lot. I saw the FBI swarm in and the helicopters fly over the studio. I was sad about it, but there was literally nothing I could do to change the course of events. And then after the hack, Sony let Marvel, take over Spider-Man for a while.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't think that's the whole story, because the story we heard at the time was it was because Amazing Spider-Man 2 made less money than Amazing Spider-Man 1, because it did.
Yeah.
It didn't do as well. And the sequel is supposed to always do better. And the fact that it didn't, Sony was like, yeah, I think we're going to go in another direction.
Yeah, people just didn't seem to be as on board with Garfield.
Yeah. And again, it's like, and then Sony ended up doing solo movies for all of these shitty villains, like Morbius and Kraven. Now, Kraven's a great villain, actually. They just did him wrong. They made all these shitty movies, and then they threw in Madam Web, who's not even a fucking villain. I don't know what they're doing, but it's like a Sinister Six movie, but without Spider-Man, it just doesn't make sense. Just make a Spider-Man movie and call it Spider-Man Sinister Six. Now, Brand New Day kind of feels like it's a Sinister Six movie. It seems like it could be.
Jesus.
Because we have a few of them.
As many villains as are in the damn thing, yeah.
Yeah. We have, if Mr. Negative's in there, we have him. We have Scorpion. You have a few others you could throw in there, obviously. So we'll see. But yeah, that's his story. And then last Marvel news I have is Ryan Gosling confirmed that he's had discussions with Marvel to play Ghost Rider.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if that speeds up any after this movie.
Right.
Because this is already a hit.
Yeah.
This isn't even like I wonder if this is going to be a hit. It had a huge opening weekend.
Yeah, it did. And that'll be interesting, because it's like, well, hopefully if you do Ghost Rider, you just do it the right way and not this watered down version, from the Nicolas Cage movies. They were so lame. Like, Ghost Rider's supposed to be like, just do all this crazy shit. And it was so just lackluster.
Yeah. What I would really like to see, I know a lot of people, they think Ghost Rider and they think Johnny Blaze, but the 90s Dan Ketch Ghost Rider, that was a really, really great run. It was just dark and bloody and a shit ton of fun. I would love to see a Dan Ketch Ghost Rider, like bloody and dark.
Do they have the balls to make an R-rated Ghost Rider movie?
R-rated movies can make money now.
I know. But do they have the balls to do it?
Wolverine, Deadpool, the Deadpool movies.
But that is Ryan Reynolds.
Logan.
Who's hilarious. And that is Wolverine.
Yes, but
a lot more people knew them more than they know Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's kind of...
Yeah, fair point, but they have popped the cherry on our movies making money.
Yeah. I could see an executive saying, throw in Deadpool and you've got a deal, something like that. But
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the trailer for Dune Part 3 dropped last week. And did you see Dune 2?
I have not yet.
No. Okay.
I've meant to for a while, because even you told me it was good.
Yeah.
So I put it on my list. I just haven't gotten to it.
So I did not like Dune 1. And then I saw the trailer for Dune 2 and I was like, this looks visually amazing. And then I saw it and I was like, this was a really good movie. I just hate Timothée Chalamet,
Right.
But I saw the trailer for Dune 3 and I just wasn't visually impressed like I was with Dune 2. Like, it didn't show me anything new. It didn't look better than Dune 2. The trailer for Dune 2 had like the shots they had in that trailer was like, I have to see this just for these shots. And
like these giant sandworm shots that looked awesome.
And then that one scene where Austin Butler's fighting in a Coliseum and it's sort of black and white, but it's not. Like, remember, like, that was so fucking cool. This trailer, For Dune 3, I just was not impressed. This film takes place 17 years after Dune 2.
Jesus.
And Timothée Chalamet still looks 12 years old. So explain that.
Well, he's a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know I have a long time to decide. This comes out December 18th. Maybe future trailers will show me something else. But the end of Dune 2 is, it's not a big spoiler, but like Zendaya's riding one of the fucking sandworms, and it seems like she's gonna do something huge. And then now you're telling me it's 17 years later, and 17 years later they have a baby? Like what? Why did it take them so long? Or maybe they had the baby and then it's 17 years later.
Yeah, it's hard for me to talk about it because I haven't seen them, but I don't think history looks too kindly on when there's a trilogy. If you didn't like the first one that much and then you did enjoy the second one, the third one I don't think tends to have a high success rate if you liked two but not the first one.
Well, I think most people liked both. You know, both movies did well. I'm sure this one will do well. I'm sure it'll be universally loved. It'll probably be up for an Oscar. You know, it's just my feelings toward the first one. It was kind of boring to me. Didn't really like it. Second one was really good. Never saw it a second time, but I would. I just don't like Chalamet. I'm sorry. He just does not convince me in any role he's in.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a badass. This is a guy that saves everyone. I'm sorry. No, I'm not buying it.
I think this is just one of those things. You've talked about how you just can't get into like medieval type movies, like that time period kind of thing. Just don't do anything for you. Just the entire Dune thing. Just nothing about it really grabs me like, ooh, I want to see that. I'm going to watch too because I've heard from so many people that it was good.
Like if it was Henry Cavill as the fucking, you know, as the main hero.
Instead of Chalamet.
Not Chalamet. He's got no muscles in his body.
Oh, boy.
You're an action hero. Come on, look like it. Even the fucking guy who was in the original Dune movie, at least he was fucking tall. You know? You know what I'm talking about. He's the father in Fallout. He was in the original Dune movie from the 80s.
Oh, Kyle MacLachlan?
Yeah. Kyle
yeah.
MacLachlan.
Yeah.
At least he was tall, handsome. Like, Chalamet looks like a gerbil.
Yeah.
Look, little boy. Like, you can just kick him and he would evaporate.
Yeah, he's probably not the best for action roles.
Yeah. I'm very, very excited about this.
Oh?
Did you hear about this?
What?
You had to have heard about this.
What?
About Tarantino.
What about Tarantino?
TMZ reported that Quentin Tarantino and Sylvester Stallone are teaming up to direct a 1930s gangster TV series that Tarantino wrote.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. I hadn't heard that at all.
Really? This just came out a few days ago. Remember how I was talking about a week or two ago?
Is Stallone producing or acting?
No, they're co-directing.
Holy shit.
He's not in it, apparently. He's
That's
just co-directing.
probably even better.
Yeah.
That he's not acting in it.
But remember a couple weeks ago, I was like, 3 years ago, Tarantino came on Two Bears, One Cave with Tom Segura, and he said, I wrote a show.
And nothing ever came
Nothing
of it.
ever came of it. 3 years later.
This is it.
I guess this is it. I mean,
Oh, shit.
this series will be 6 episodes. It's limited series, so it's just going to be one season, 6 episodes. And it'll be shot in black and white with 1930s cameras.
Oh, my God. Do we have a plot at all?
No. They just said it's going to feature gangsters, showgirls, boxing, and music.
Oh, man. I'm in. I'll watch this with you.
Fuck yes. Oh my God.
Faux show. I will watch this.
Get to this now. I imagine if they're just reporting this now, you know, it'll probably come out at some point next year.
Start getting hard now.
And people are like, wow, Tarantino's doing anything to get away from doing that 10th film.
Oh, my God. No shit.
Yeah.
He's just doing like, oh, that's not my last movie. Not technically a movie.
I think, look, I don't know Tarantino, but the way he talks in interviews and why he says he only wants to do 10 is because he's like, I don't want to be like these directors that do 50 movies. And it's like, well, you should have seen him, you know, back then. Like, he's like, 10's a good number. But maybe he's just like worried that the 10th film won't be as good, you know?
Or conspiracy theory, does he know exactly what his 10th movie is going to be? and he thinks it's going to be so good he can't, like, he has to retire after it. So
Yeah.
he wants to get a bunch of projects in before that, so he doesn't have to follow up his masterpiece with anything else after it.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, because what was it, a year or two ago where he announced his final film was going to be The Movie Critic,
Yeah, and it sounded underwhelming.
and then he canceled it.
yeah,
So, weird.
yeah.
I don't know. Also, he has not released a film post-COVID, so that could also be a thing where he's like, I don't want my movie to underperform because no one goes to the movies anymore post-COVID, but hopefully Project Hail Mary convinces him otherwise. And
Yeah, but this is an
the fact that it's
exception.
like Tarantino's final film, I feel like everyone will go see it.
This is an exception because it's a big sci-fi epic. Like the way they marketed this movie, it looked like it would make a lot of people want to go. A Tarantino movie in a post-COVID world is not going to make a shit ton of money.
Unless it's Kill Bill 3.
Unless
It's just Kill, you know.
I mean, it'll do fine with us, but it'll probably lose money because
I don't know about that.
well, based on the budget, I mean, every movie's $100 million now.
I know, but it's still Tarantino. Django did incredible, you know.
Pre-COVID.
I know, but still.
It's not about Tarantino. It's about post-COVID. And it seems like the only movies anybody goes to post-COVID is IP franchise sequel type movies or shit like F1, Project Hail Mary, stuff like that. Like gritty Tarantino stuff is not going to get butts and seats, I don't think, post-COVID.
We could see he could shock everyone and do, you know, a fucking space movie
Do
or
a
something.
Star Trek movie.
Yeah,
He's been talking about doing Star
I
Trek
know.
shit forever.
I know, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm very excited about this. Can't wait for that to come out. And then a teaser trailer for Sonic 4 dropped last week. It really doesn't show anything. It just confirms that Jim Carrey is indeed returning as Dr. Robotnik, which that will mean his last 4 films are Sonic, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic 4.
God bless the Sonic franchise, keeping Jim Carrey.
I just hope the guy
actor.
I just hope the guy that stole his face and body and identity can do the voice or can act like him.
Oh my God.
Look, I didn't like Sonic 3, so I don't even care anymore. I'm done with the Sonic movies, I think.
I never saw it because 1 was really good. 2, I really enjoyed also. I kind of got the vibe. 3, I wasn't. And then I heard a lot of negative stuff.
Do you want to see 2 Jim Carreys twerking?
No.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't want to see that.
Nobody wants to see that. No, thank you.
But Nick Offerman, Kristen Bell, and Ben Kingsley have joined the cast. Comes out March of next year.
Sure.
So, yeah. Then just a couple more things. The late Val Kilmer is going to be appearing in an upcoming film with the help of AI.
Heard about this.
We're going to have AI Val Kilmer. His daughter has given it her blessing. This won't be the first time it's been done. Rogue One did it 10 years ago with Grand Moff Tarkin.
Right.
It didn't look great, but Rogue One was a great movie, so no one really cared. But
And they also did it with Carrie Fisher.
oh yeah, true. That's right. So yeah, I don't even really look up what the movie's about or what it is, but just it made news because Val Kilmer's back in AI for me, and this is what they said would happen, and it's happening. So
Real.
like Tim Dillon a couple years ago, he's like, we're just gonna have all these AI corpses. Like we're gonna go to the movies, and it's gonna be starring like everyone that's in the movie is gonna be dead, and we're just like,
Yeah, but then we can see, like, 40 years from now, we can see Rock and Vin Diesel starring with Bruce Willis and Arnold in Predator meets Fast and the Furious.
right. Yeah, that's what we talked about. Arnold being in a Predator movie, a new Conan movie, Commando. It's like, well, yeah, that would have to be AI Arnold, sure. Yeah. Which I guess we'll take. The last thing I have is Chuck Norris died last week at the age of 86 after a sudden medical emergency. No official cause of death has been announced yet. But I think he like posted a video just a few days before he died where he's still like throwing kicks.
Damn.
And he's like, I don't age, I level up, like a Chuck Norris thing. And it was like, yeah, it's cool. But sad he died. We don't know exactly how. It was sudden, but then they They said he died peacefully, so I guess he made it to the hospital and they were able to give him a peaceful death. But
Yeah.
sad news for Chuck Norris, obviously.
Any favorite Chuck Norris roles?
I mean, I loved him in The Expendables 2,
Yeah.
where he shows up.
Great cameo there.
And then, of course, after he died, everyone was just playing clips of Conan O'Brien with the Walker Texas Ranger lever.
All the Walker clips.
Because that's great where he's like, I'm just going to do this for the rest of my career. And then Chuck Norris shows up and kicks his ass. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah.
But no, there's one. He made just a fuck ton of movies in his career. And I never remember the titles, but I just remember the movies. But they're all just great.
They all were. He did that Sidekicks one that was kind of a take on Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Missing in Action was kind of his like Rambo franchise. For me, though, it was Invasion USA. Because that was the one where at the end he had a duel with rocket launchers with the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, how do you beat that for the end of a movie?
Well, yeah, and I just watched the one I told you about.
I think you said it was Delta Force?
Delta Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Delta Force. That was really good. There's also the one where he has a black son and they don't explain it, but
Sure.
it's just like
That tracks.
But yeah, R.A.P. Chuck Norris, man. We'll never forget those facts. Like, Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down.
What's funny?
Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice.
I think this broke on like Friday or Saturday, and I was at a bar and I was just, watching college basketball, and some dude right next to me started talking about it and was like, yeah, he's not really dead. This is just like some kind of thing. Like, Chuck Norris doesn't die.
Oh, I saw one where it was like Chuck Norris doesn't go to heaven. Heaven comes to him, I think. That was great.
Sure.
So that's all I've got. So take it away.
Yeah, sure. Just one last little bit of Marvel news. We talked a shit ton about Marvel already. They released 3 release dates, untitled movies yet. July 28, May of 29, July of 29. We don't know what these 3 are going to be. It could be anything at this point. I'm sure they're shuffling a lot of plans with what they're doing. I'm sure they're probably keeping a lot under wraps until we get into Doomsday and Secret Wars, but let's hope they don't fall back into too many movies. That's what got them in trouble the first time.
When is Avengers? So Doomsday is this year, and then Secret Wars is next December.
End of 27 was what I seem to remember last.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this Assassin's Creed series?
Yes.
It's going to be on Netflix. They've started filming it. I was curious what you thought, because Assassin's Creed's pretty beloved game franchise, but I know it's like an older medieval kind of thing. Are you excited at all about this?
Not really. I tried playing one of the games recently, and I just couldn't get into it. I was kind of bored. Maybe I just started on the wrong game because I felt like I was already in the middle of everything, and I didn't completely get. I get that you travel back in time to change the course of history, and that was kind of fun. But the game kind of just does everything for you, and I don't like those type of games. So
Yeah.
it's not my thing. Didn't they do a movie with him like a while back?
I thought I remembered hearing about
Yeah.
that. Was that a
I never saw
project
it.
that got canceled, or did he actually do it?
No, I thought they made it.
Because that was a while ago, right? Like a decade ago or
2016,
something?
yeah. Yeah, they made that movie. It went, oh my God, it has horrible reviews.
Because I don't remember hearing much of anything about it at all.
18% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's the critic score. The audience score is a 42%.
Jesus.
So, God, that fucking movie probably killed Fassbender's career. They probably blamed him for it.
Jesus.
Even though he's amazing.
Yeah, that's
Again,
rough.
he should have been Bond, not Daniel Craig. And now he's too old to play Bond.
Yeah. Well, no. He could still do it.
Yeah, but he's like 60 now.
Is he really?
You haven't seen him recently.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's 48.
I was going to say, what the fuck? 60?
Dude,
what are you?
he
like,
looks-
I just saw him as Magneto.
He looked so old in the Black Book. It's crazy. So maybe he could bulk up and with makeup, but still, usually Bond's not, that old. But yeah.
Interesting. Okay. One more video game thing. Another franchise, Hitman. The guy that created John Wick, Derek Kolstad, he was developing a Hitman series, got canceled.
Yeah.
That's odd. I would think the guy that created John Wick would kind of get
Right.
a blank check to make whatever he wants to develop. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering what got held up there. But I'd love to see whatever he does next,
Yeah.
because this guy knows what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
Did you hear about, I'm guessing you have, obviously, this next Scorsese project? It's a movie he's got, I believe it's coming out on Apple. What Happens at Night? DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I guess it's something like they're going to go adopt a kid in a small town, but like creepy, fucked up shit starts happening. Have you heard much about this?
Only what, like I saw the same photo of Leo and Jennifer Lawrence walking.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it too much though.
Yeah, it sounds like it's releasing in 27. Do you still get excited about Scorsese projects, or has he jumped the shark a little bit for you?
Killers of the Flower Moon was really good.
Okay.
It was just very fucked up. You know, like you're fucked up. It was a good movie though. Like I thought it was better than The Irishman. You know, like I said, The Irishman was underwhelming. Killers of the Flower Moon was really good, but like Leonardo DiCaprio was, oh my God, is he a fucking scumbag in that movie?
Damn.
But it's just hard to watch, but it's really good. So like, yeah, I mean, and that was recent.
Sure.
So sure, if it interests me, I'll see it. You know, I'm sort of more interested in the Hawaiian mafia,
Yes.
where The Rock is the
With The
mafia
Rock.
boss.
Fuck
because that
yes.
would be great if he could resurge The Rock's career.
Yes.
and we could now, you know, like it would be great if he does well. Then we could take him as a serious actor. Now, I haven't seen Smashing Machine. Apparently, people, you know, they say that he did a great job. But I don't know. You're
Yeah.
still just playing a fighter. That doesn't take that much range.
Yeah. I felt really bad for him with the award season and Oscars, because you know that he convinced himself.
Oh, yeah.
With that movie, he was winning Oscars and
Yeah,
everything.
because he's pivoting. He just keeps pivoting.
Yeah.
Because he's like, okay, so I was supposed to be a superhero for DC, and then people said, no, we don't want that. I think really what it was that movie sucked. That's all it was. You know, if you were in a good movie, and you know, like it would have been fine, but it just wasn't a good movie. And then a few other of his movies underperformed, and people are just kind of getting sick of him. So then he goes back to WWE, gets over as a heel again. We're like, oh my God, it's great. And then he's like, poof, I'm gone again. I got over, out of here.
Out of here.
And then it's like, okay, another Jumanji movie, Fast and Furious. It's like, all right, you're just doing more of the same shit.
Right.
I feel like if it's a really good Scorsese movie, you know, The Rock, hopefully The Rock can show I can be a serious actor like Batista.
Yeah.
You know,
He's been killing it.
yeah,
He's been doing really well.
Batista's awesome.
He's
but
probably the best actor of all the wrestlers.
he's the best, you know, wrestler turned actor,
Yeah.
of all time for sure, because he just do anything.
Yeah. So they've been filming for The Studio season 2.
Oh yes,
Donald Glover and Michael Keaton
that's awesome.
have shown up
Yeah.
filming for that season. So I can't wait to
Can't
see
wait.
the next season.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing.
Apple TV is giving me more reasons to subscribe. You
Yeah.
know, with Pluribus and The Studio.
I know.
Yep.
Just a couple more things. So I saw this trailer. Peter Farrelly has a movie coming out. It's going to be on Prime Video, April 15th. It's called Balls Up. It's got Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter Hauser. He was
Yeah.
in Cobra Kai, the big guy. He's been in wrestling. The plot of the movie is these two guys, they're marketing a condom that goes over your entire dick and balls. What? And they're trying to like market it, I guess, at the World Cup or something. And then all kinds of crazy shit starts happening. It's a comedy. And it looks like it's just this crazy, out of control, R-rated comedy kind of movie. Go watch the trailer.
Why
and
would
let me
you
know what
want a
think.
condom over your balls?
Don't ask questions.
That doesn't.
Don't ask questions.
Yes.
Just go watch the trailer. It looks
Okay.
It looks funny. I'm
Yeah.
gonna check
That's
the
crazy.
movie
That's I haven't even heard of that. That's
Yeah.
wild.
out. Yeah, April 15th, Prime Video. Balls Up.
I still hope his Mankind movie is getting made, or Mick Foley movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is no longer in development, but at one point there was a Breaking Bad virtual reality game that they were working on. I'm really sad we don't get to have the throwing the pizza on the roof level.
Oh my God.
That would have been great.
That would be amazing.
Too bad. Too
Yeah.
bad. And I think the last thing I had, there's going to be a new Guy Ritchie action movie coming out May 15th in theaters, theatrical release. Henry Cavill, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
I watched the trailer. I really want to like this movie because Guy Ritchie knows how to make a great action movie. Love Cavill. Gyllenhaal's great. I don't know that they had good chemistry in the trailer, so I'm a little anxious.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go check it out and watch it. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it was just a weird trailer.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go watch a Guy Ritchie action movie with these two for sure.
All right. Fair enough.
And I think that is the last thing I had.
All right. What are we watching?
I watched a shit ton this week.
Oh, boy.
A shit ton.
All right.
I'll try to be quick with them.
That's fine.
I took the kid to watch that Hoppers movie, the new Pixar movie.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, I had been hearing a lot of like, oh, it's like the old, golden age Pixar movies. I thought it was meh.
Yeah.
It was a little preachy environmentally. It's another one of these, stupid little girl lecturing everybody on why they're wrong and why they're stupid.
So I liked a kids movie more than you. That's crazy.
You liked it, really?
Yeah, I talked about it last week.
Huh. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I thought it was funny. But, why don't you like kids movies, Aaron?
I don't know. I guess I just don't like fun. I watched... Oh, yeah, that's right. I watched that Kurt Russell thriller, Breakdown. It's one of those, where's my wife?
Oh, okay.
Kind of movies.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Nice.
I saw a series on Netflix called Untamed. It's got Banna. He's a park ranger in, I think, Yosemite National Park. It's a murder mystery thing. Sam Neill from Jurassic Park. He's like his boss. Pretty good show. I'm most of the way through it. I haven't finished it yet. It's solid. It's not like amazing, but it's solid. It's a good show.
Cool.
Netflix recently also dropped this new series, The Dinosaurs. I'm not sure if you saw it.
No, I've been wanting to... It's out?
Because I know your wife is big into nature. It's a nature documentary, but it's all CG and it's about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So it's just a dinosaur nature documentary narrated by Morgan Freeman. By the way, they really, really missed a home run by... Spielberg is producing this fucking thing. It's a nature documentary about dinosaurs. How do you not get Jeff Goldblum to narrate it?
I mean, it's still Morgan Freeman, though.
They really missed a home run there. But yeah, it's good. We watched the first episode last night. It's fun. They try to tell stories.
I saw the trailer a couple weeks ago, and then I showed my wife. I was like, "Let's watch this," and then I forgot about it. So yes, I will be checking that out.
Yeah, it's good.
Very soon.
It's good. We just watched the first episode, but it's definitely good.
Yeah.
And keep showing the kiddo some old classics. Got him another R-rated one, Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, nice.
And he accidentally, because I forgot about this scene, saw his first titties.
Yay!
Hey!
It wasn't his first titties, Aaron.
Yeah, probably. that I know of. Is what he said.
Exactly.
But no, he said 9.5, he said, for Beverly Hills Cop.
Nice.
He loved it.
Yeah.
He had a great time.
Very cool. The only thing I can remember as of right now, I think it might be the only thing look. I'm rewatching The Sopranos. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just fucking watched it a few months ago. I finished it.
You know what makes you happy? I watch a
I know, but it's just...
I watch a fucking tornado movie over and over and over.
Yeah. So now I changed it. I changed it up. I'm fast forwarding the stuff I feel I don't need to watch again, which is the shit with his kids. Like I've watched the show 4 times. This is like my 5th, time watching it. I don't need to watch the kid stuff again. Like, just all the shit there. Unless he's in the scene, unless Tony's in the scene. So I'm only watching like the main story for the most part. So if it's just something that I'm like, I don't need to see this again, just fast forward. Like, someone needs to HBO Max should release an edit where it's like, all right, it's The Sopranos, but it's only like the main story. So it's Tony, it's Carmela, and any of the mafia guys. Like, that's it. But yeah, like I watch it as I'm working and stuff like that. So
Sopranos is like The Office. I put it on in the background.
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
Because it still makes me laugh, And it's like, yeah, when you're working, I can't watch something new when I'm in the middle of working,
Yeah, same.
So that's the problem. But I did watch a Steve Martin movie that I've never seen before.
Oh, yeah?
A Simple Twist of Fate. Have you seen
No,
that?
I haven't seen that one.
Do you even know what it is?
No.
It's so weird. He's in the beginning of the movie, his wife's having a baby, and before she has the baby, she's like, "It's not yours. I cheated on you with your friend." And he's like, "What the fuck?" So then it fast forwards 5 years later, and he's like a recluse, and he lives like in this cabin in this small town. And then this guy's running for mayor, but he has a secret love child that he's like kept hidden away, and he just gives her money for drugs so that she doesn't bug him. And Stephen Baldwin is the guy's brother, and he's the guy that brings her the money to buy the drugs, but he's also a fuck up. So Stephen Baldwin steals. Also, Steve Martin, I'm kind of just explaining the whole movie, but it's ridiculous. It's like we almost have to do a review, but it's like no one's ever heard of this movie. This was like in 94, I think it came out. Stephen Baldwin steals all of Steve Martin's gold coins. He collects gold coins. Like, he doesn't have a bank account. He makes money and then he buys gold, and that's it. Catherine O'Hara's in it.
Wow.
She sells his gold coins when he needs money. It's such a weird movie. I would not recommend it. It was not great.
Oh.
But then the woman that has the love child dies in front of his house, and the baby's there, like this 2-year-old.
Jesus.
And so he adopts the 2-year-old, and then she grows up, and it's still Steve Martin, so he's still funny sometimes,
Right.
Like, he's charming and everything, but the movie's just not good. And then like years later, the mayor wants to have a kid, but his wife can't get pregnant, so he's like, "Well, I want my kid back." And then he takes Steve Martin to court, and it's so absurd because there's no way he would win. Like, this wouldn't even be a case. You gave up custody like 15 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid.
So what I'm hearing is My Blue Heaven, this is not.
No. No. It was just, it was not good. My wife was interested by the trailer, and then we was like, all right, let's watch it. And no. It was not good.
Sorry.
So that's all I have to report. But let's get to fan questions. The Wizard of Mackinfart. Have any of y'all ever seen the USA Network show Animal Kingdom? It's about a family that pulls robberies. I know Aaron said he loves heist shows. It would be up his alley. It's now on Netflix.
Animal Kingdom. I'll check it out. I'll add that to the list.
That sounds familiar. I think that's...
Yeah.
I think Dennis Leary was in that show. Like, I think he joined like in one of the seasons. Pretty sure. Animal Kingdom, Dennis Leary. Yeah. So I've seen like commercials for this show, but I never watched it.
Huh.
I mean, the fact that Dennis Leary's in it, that's cool. So yeah, maybe.
Let's check it out.
MCDC finally watched Sisu.
Yes.
Listened to the Sisu Hogwash episode. It didn't age well. You guys were pumped to watch a new show that was coming out. How was Secret Invasion? I don't see what the two have to do with each other. I don't know. You think we like Sisu because we were excited for Secret Invasion?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No. I still need to see the second one. I still need to see Sisu 2.
I'm still stuck on Sisu didn't age well.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's a World War II action movie.
Yeah.
It came out like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I wonder what
Nah, look, he just didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm sure we would still like it fine.
Yeah, that's fair if you just didn't like it, but I don't know about the not aging well.
And I don't think
That's
Secret
odd.
Invasion had any. It's way better than Secret Invasion.
Yeah, some people just aren't into like World War II stuff and historical shit. I get it.
No, there's another one of the trailers I saw for Project Hail Mary was another World War II movie with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, this was the one I was telling you about where he plays Eisenhower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about like D-Day and like the few days before.
And then the fucking priest from Fleabag is the guy that's like, the storm's there's a storm coming. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe.
I'm going to check it out.
Because it's like they're showing, the scene.
I mean, you said you're a World War II buff. This doesn't interest you at all?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
All right.
But it's like, you already did this scene in Saving Private Ryan that Normandy invasion's not going to be as good as the scene in Saving Private Ryan, right?
I get the vibe that it's not really going to be about the day. It's
But
going to be about
obviously-
leading up to it.
But they do show them going there.
Yeah, but I
So-
can't imagine they're going to try to like actually do the scene and top Spielberg. That's
Right.
I
It's
kinda doubt that.
impossible.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Yeah, so maybe. We'll see. McMahon been shitting. Blind rank these movies I watched recently.
5,
There's 6 of them.
6.
Yeah. First up, we've got A Bronx Tale, which I don't think you've seen, right?
I haven't seen, but I've seen some scenes of it. I'll go 4 just since I haven't seen all of it.
All right. Nuremberg,
Man, that was a really good fucking movie. 2,
The Usual Suspects.
3. I want to leave 1 open.
I still have to see that, by the way.
Really? You haven't seen Usual Suspects? Amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing
I mean,
movie.
it's one of those things where I know the twist, right?
Yeah.
But again, the same thing happened with Fight Club. I knew the twist, and I fucking love Fight Club, so I need to see it. I almost watched it the other day.
Even knowing the twist, it's still a great. It's
Yeah.
it's the definition of awesome cult movie.
Yeah. Vanilla Sky.
6.
Did you see that one?
I saw like half of it. I just couldn't finish it. It
Yeah.
wasn't really for me.
American History X.
I want to leave 1 open, so I'll go 5 for American History X.
All right. Number 1, Wrecking Crew.
Yes! Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. I loved Wrecking Crew. Loved it.
hilarious.
Nailed that
good.
one.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah, no, definitely not Nuremberg or A Bronx Tale or or American History X or Batista and Jason Momoa.
It's goddamn right.
The From Undertaker didn't make it to see Project Hail Mary, but just wanted to ask Andrew and Aaron, how many buckets did y'all fill with jizz after the Spider-Man trailer? I mean, I think you saw some of that jizz just
Probably
a little while ago.
Probably 1 more for Andrew because he's the Spider-Man mark.
Yeah,
But I got to see Punisher, so I was close behind.
hell yeah. Joey Von Doom, gentlemen, hopefully today dawns the start of the great movies in theaters for 2026. We already have a bunch of dope-ass shows these coming months, and he spelled coming,
Nice.
Me and the boys are going to watch Project Hail Mary later tonight. Perhaps Doomsday will be the cherry on top. Well, there's no Doomsday. Oh, you mean like towards the end of the year? Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, let's
Cross
hope
your fingers.
that it actually comes out this year.
If you had to like predict your rating for Doomsday without even seeing a single frame of a trailer yet,
I feel like the best I can hope for is a 7.
that's the best you could hope for. What do you think?
Like in reality, 6
Yeah.
maybe. Because
That even feels sad.
I tend to be more positive about movies than y'all.
I
so
know, but if we go see Doomsday and it's a 6, that's disappointing.
it is.
That's gonna feel like a 3.
I'm losing
It's
hope.
like, oh,
I'm losing
that's
hope.
it?
I'm losing hope because I didn't love Fantastic Four and they
Yeah.
haven't built this fucking thing up at all.
Seems like that's what it's about.
Like they're just doing this movie with no build up. It's like it's as if they're starting the MCU from scratch and just marketing this movie without having any character build up or plot build up for the
Yeah.
movie.
And if it's Doom is stealing a baby's, blech, please, God, no.
Please, God, don't steal
Cannot
babies.
be it.
No.
Jesus.
That ain't it.
King Eid, blind rank these space movies. I'll give this one a shot.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's 5. First up, Project Hail Mary. Blind rank space. So after Project Hail Mary, I think I said out of all the space movies that I could think of, Project Hail Mary and Interstellar are my 2 favorites. So fuck. I'll go 2. I'll go 2 for now, but it could probably be 1. Interstellar. Let's just go 1 for Interstellar. To be fair, I've seen Interstellar like 15 times. I've only seen Project Hail Mary once, so give me a little break on that one. They're very similar movies, but one is a happier ending, obviously. Gravity was great. I'm going to go 3. 2001: A Space Odyssey. See, this is another one that I've been trying to see for a while. I need to see this soon.
It's a slow movie. It's definitely a slow movie.
I know it's long.
Yeah.
There've been a few times where I've wanted to watch it and I'm like, fuck, it's 3 hours. And I need to just convince myself it's okay, Andrew, to watch half a movie, go to bed, and finish it the next day. But I'm weird like that, you know?
I've done that before where it's
Yeah.
just like, I'm not going to be able to see this any other way.
Right. So I'll go 5 for now since I haven't seen it. I'm sure I fucked this up already. And then 4 is Armageddon. All right.
Sure.
Armageddon's great. I still love Armageddon. I mean, Independence Day is not a space movie because it takes place on Earth, right?
That's fair.
That's just an alien movie.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. All right. Fledge Hole. I live in a very small, but certainly out of those, Project Hail Mary and Interstellar are the 2 top ones for me.
I think you're right there.
Fledge Hole. I live in a very small town with less than 2,000 people. We have a theater that looks like it fell right out of the 1950s, and they actually had Project Hail Mary opening night. That's how hyped this movie was. That said, 6 out of 10 went in thinking Interstellar, but got E.T. It was fine. Well, to each his own, man.
Yeah, I mean, this movie was definitely more E.T. than space adventure, but
It was
I don't
kind of
know.
E.T. mixed with Interstellar. Like,
that's exactly what this was.
yeah. So I don't know. I loved it. What's it like living in a small town? Because lately I've been telling myself I think I'd rather live in a small town where it's secluded, and I kind of just want my quiet now. But also then I'm worried about, are there going to be good movie theaters? And it sounds like yours doesn't seem very great.
Every single time I've thought that, I'm like, how much of a hassle it is. It's half an hour to a grocery store.
Yeah.
You've got no Raising Cane's. You've got no good food around you.
I know.
Such a pain in the ass.
When I went to Asheville and we spent the weekend up in the mountains, the house was awesome, but it's 30 minutes to get to the grocery store.
Yeah.
So, but like, still, it was so cool though. Like, part of me is afraid if I do that, I'll be like, oh shit, I made a horrible mistake. So maybe it's like, all right, let's spend a month. This is like in the my fantasy world where I'm fucking super rich, right? But it's like, oh yeah, sure, let me live in this awesome house in the mountains for a month and see how I like it. And you know, so I don't know.
Airbnb that shit.
Yeah, for sure. The Rizzler. If these movies were real, who would you say had the greatest heroic story? Harry Stamper in Armageddon, Cooper in Interstellar, or Russell in Independence Day? I mean, I would say Russell. Hello, boys. I'm back.
Yeah. I mean, he's leaving his kids behind. He's saving the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say Russell.
Out of all those scenes, I think that's the best one. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's super cool. Obviously, Bruce Willis, you know, the end of Armageddon is sad and you do cry, and but yeah, fucking.
Yeah, but he didn't go out like a badass, though. Russell went out like a badass.
Well, more of a
fly
badass.
a fucking
yeah.
jet into an alien ship.
Yeah. Andy Piccone, sure, Michael B. Jordan was great in Sinners, but he never would have won all those awards with Scottie Pippen. Scottie B. Pippen?
Scottie B. Pippen.
What? Am I missing the joke?
It's a basketball joke.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
But what's the joke?
Well, because people say Jordan wouldn't have won all the titles without Pippen.
okay, all
So
right.
Michael B. Jordan wouldn't have won the Oscars without Scottie B. Pippen.
Okay, all right. Yeah, fair enough. Sorry, I was looking for something more.
Looking too deep, buddy.
I guess so. Pop Culture Junkie, blind rank these quotes based on which one you'd least want to hear before a one-on-one fight. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5. Okay.
I at least want to hear it. Okay.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
You don't want to hear that. That's 2.
All right. Oh man, these are all good. I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah.
You're dead if you hear that.
That's one. That's one. That guy's fucked up.
Say hello to my little friend.
5. That's not too scary.
Oh, well, it's Pacino coked up Pacino with a fucking Tommy gun. You read the Bible? You read the Bible, Brett?
Ooh, that's unsettling. 3.
Yeah, that's Sam Jackson right before he fucking murders you. I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
That's a good one. Probably should be higher than 4, but I'll take it.
These are all great quotes.
Yep.
From great movies. Yeah. All right, so that's all for fan questions. So there you go. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you're viewing us. Of course, we're also on YouTube as well, Hollywood Hogwash Pod. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Hollywood Hog Pod. And become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. Get all the bonus podcasts. Again, we're doing season 4 of Invincible. So very excited about that. And then next week, this week is Daredevil comes out, right?
A few days from now, yeah.
Yeah.
Already starts.
So I think we decided that we're going to be reviewing season 2 of Daredevil Born Again on the main podcast.
Main pod.
So we will see you here next week for season 2, episode 1 of Daredevil Born Again.
Fuck yeah.
I'm probably also going to check out They Will Kill You.
Yes.
So, it's not like a requirement, but if we see it, we'll certainly talk about it.
We'll see if we can watch it next weekend, maybe.
Yeah. All right. See you guys next week.